Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be exploring the world of non-anthropomorphic robot design.
Okay.
Specifically, how movement can convey a robot's internal state.
All right.
Our source material is a research paper titled ELEGNT, Expressive and Functional Movement Design for Non-Anthropomorphic Robot. And in this deep dive, we're going to be attempting to understand how researchers are trying to make robots more engaging through expressive movement.
Okay.
And what that means for the future of human-robot interaction.
Makes sense. It's common to conceptualize robots as instruments designed for specific tasks. But as they become more present in our lives, the way they communicate with us is becoming just as vital as the work they perform.
This research delves into how robots that don't resemble humans can use movement to communicate a range of internal states, functioning almost as a form of nonverbal communication.
I see.
To start, why is it so important for robots to communicate in this way?
Well, consider how much we depend on nonverbal cues in human communication. A nod, a raised eyebrow, or a shift in posture can tell us something about another person's intentions, feelings, or even personality. Humans perpetually register and interpret these cues.
Imagine, then, a robot that can do the same. Instead of mechanically completing a task, it could signal its understanding, hesitations, or even enthusiasm through subtle movements. It's not just about making robots more entertaining, but rather making them better communicators. Could you expand on the benefits of this type of communication?
Sure. Expressive movement can help build trust and make interactions feel more natural. Ultimately, this could make robots feel less mechanical and more relatable.
The researchers chose to focus on a desk lamp to examine these ideas. What informed this decision?
The researchers deliberately opted for a desk lamp. A familiar object found in most homes and offices to make it less intimidating than, say, a humanoid robot. The lamp form also provides a surprising range of movement possibilities. It can tilt its head, extend its arm, and even use its light to direct attention.
So they're taking something ordinary and endowing it with this remarkable ability to express itself. Did they consider other forms?
The researchers explored other possibilities, such as ceiling-mounted lamps, designs inspired by flowers, and even abstract sculptures. This exploration indicates that the principles of expressive movement can be applied to a wide array of non-anthropomorphic robot forms.
It seems the goal is to find ways for any robot to communicate more effectively through movement. How do they approach designing these expressive movements?
Well, the researchers divided their approach into two primary categories. Kinesics and proxemics. Kinesics refers to the robot's movements, analogous to gestures and poses. For the lamp, this could include nodding its head, wagging its tail, in this case the arm, or leaning forward. Proxemics, on the other hand, concerns how the robot uses space.
I see.
For example, moving closer to display interest, pointing its head at something to direct attention, or using light to emphasize an object.
So the lamp is brought to life through these gestures, as if it's emulating human body language. Can you provide specific examples of how this would work in practice?
Certainly. Envision the lamp robot pausing before a movement to demonstrate hesitation, or moving quickly to convey confidence, or picture it briefly turning towards a target before interacting with it, as if signaling its intention and preparing the user.
While these details may appear small, they could considerably alter how we perceive the robot's actions. By incorporating these layers of nuance, the interaction may feel more intuitive and engaging. But did this theory prove effective? Did people respond favorably to robots with expressive movements?
That is where the research becomes quite compelling. The researchers designed a user study to evaluate their ideas. They presented participants with videos of the lamp robot performing tasks with and without expressive movements, and the outcomes were revealing. The user study involved a spectrum of tasks ranging from functional activities like adjusting lighting for photography to more social tasks like engaging in conversation or playing music. Participants consistently reported finding robots that employed expressive movement to be more engaging and more human-like. They even attributed personalities to these robots.
It is remarkable how much personality can be conveyed through movement alone, even when the robot is as simple as a desk lamp. Did the researchers gather specific feedback from the participants? What insights did they find particularly noteworthy?
They did, and the qualitative feedback is perhaps the most compelling aspect of this study.
Okay.
Some participants characterized the expressive robot as playful, comparing it to a puppy or a child. Others noted that it felt more relatable and less creepy than the purely functional robot. The expressive movements seemed to bridge the gap between machine and something akin to a living being.
This suggests that we are inherently predisposed to respond to these cues, even when they emanate from a non-human source. Were there any variations in responses based on participant demographics?
There were some noteworthy demographic trends.
Good.
Older participants tended to be less enthusiastic about expressive robots, potentially reflecting a generational divide in perceptions of technology and its role in our lives.
So that stands to reason. Those of us who have grown up surrounded by technology may be more inclined to view robots as potential companions rather than simply tools. Did any other demographic patterns emerge?
Individuals who self-reported low empathy levels seem to derive the most benefit from the added expressiveness. It is as if those subtle cues facilitated their understanding of the robot's intentions, making them feel more at ease when interacting with it.
This suggests that for individuals who may find social cues in human interactions, challenging expressive robots could offer a unique advantage. This raises possibilities for how this technology might be used in therapeutic settings, or to provide support for individuals with social anxieties. Did the study reveal anything about how people interpret these different movements? Was there a consensus on what a particular nod or tilt of the head signified?
Participants exhibited a surprising degree of consistency in their interpretations of the robot's movements. They generally comprehended the robot's intentions, whether it was displaying interest, hesitation, or a degree of playfulness. This suggests that certain universal principles of expressive movement may transcend cultural boundaries and even species.
Perhaps we're tapping into a fundamental aspect of how living beings communicate a shared language of movement that we instinctively understand. What implications does this have for the future of human-robot interaction? How do we proceed from here?
This research provides a substantial foundation for designing robots that are not merely functional, but also socially intelligent. As robots become more prevalent in our homes and workplaces, their ability to communicate effectively will be critical.
One can envision a future in which robots anticipate our needs, understand our emotions, and respond in ways that feel natural and intuitive. This all begins with comprehending how movement can be utilized to overcome that communication barrier. The researchers also highlight important considerations for the design of these expressive robots. It is not simply a matter of adding arbitrary movements to a machine.
Indeed. There are many nuances to address. For instance, the robot's movement should align with its other modalities, such as voice and light. Consider a robot that says hello in a cheerful tone while simultaneously slumping its shoulders. The incongruity would create confusion and dissonance.
It is akin to composing a symphony of communication where each element must harmonize with the others. The robot's form and capabilities also play a crucial role.
Certainly. A gesture suitable for a desk lamp robot may not translate well to a robot with a dissimilar form factor. It is essential to understand the unique affordances of each design and create movements that appear authentic and expressive within those constraints. This brings us to another critical facet. Personalization. Not every user desires a robot that is constantly in motion or flashing its lights.
Just as we possess diverse personalities and communication styles, we may prefer robots that align with our own preferences.
Precisely. The future of human-robot interaction could involve robots that adjust their behavior based on the user's personality, emotional state, or even the specific context of the interaction. Imagine a robot that detects when you are feeling stressed and responds with calming, gentle movements, or a robot that recognizes your playful mood and reciprocates that energy.
Essentially, we're discussing robots that can interpret our emotional cues and react accordingly, much as a human companion would.
Precisely. That level of social intelligence could be transformative not only for practical tasks, but also for our overall well-being. Imagine a robot that can assist us in regulating our emotions.
Encouraging healthy habits, or simply providing companionship when we feel alone. The possibilities are indeed vast.
This research has provided us with a great deal to contemplate. As we conclude this segment of our deep dive, I am curious about the type of personalities we envision for the robots of the future. If they are to be such integral parts of our lives, we must carefully consider how we design not only their movements, but also their overall communication style. This research suggests a future in which robots are more than mere machines, but rather part of the social fabric of our lives. These findings present extraordinary possibilities while simultaneously raising profound questions.
As we design robots with increasing levels of expressiveness, we must be cognizant of the ethical ramifications.
Right. It's certainly a lot to consider.
It is essential to avoid creating robots that mislead individuals into believing they possess genuine emotions or consciousness.
Transparency is paramount. Users need to understand that these robots are programmed to behave in specific ways.
And their movements, however lifelike, are ultimately the product of algorithms and code.
We must also exercise caution to avoid exploiting human empathy.
Okay.
There is a risk that individuals, particularly those who are vulnerable, could develop unhealthy attachments to robots engineered to elicit emotional responses.
We strive for robots that are engaging and relatable, yet we also must establish clear boundaries and expectations for these interactions. This is where thoughtful regulation and ongoing dialogue between researchers, ethicists, and the public become essential.
To ensure that the development and deployment of this technology are guided by ethical principles that prioritize human well-being and societal benefit, we must collaborate.
Yeah, I think that's really key here.
The future of human-robot interaction is replete with potential, but it is a future that we must shape responsibly.
As we conclude this deep dive, I'm left with a final thought-provoking question for our listeners. If you could design your own expressive robot, what kind of personality would you endow it with? How would it move and communicate to make you feel comfortable, engaged, and perhaps even a little delighted?
It is a question worth considering. The robots of the future are not solely about efficiency and automation. They're about connection, communication, and perhaps even a touch of whimsy.
We invite you to share your thoughts with us on social media using the hashtag #TheDeepDive. We are eager to hear your vision for a future in which robots move us, not just physically, but emotionally as well.
Until our next deep dive, continue to explore, question, and delve into the fascinating world around us.
This is The Deep Dive signing off.